Good day. Welcome to another edition of Spotlight on Mahopac Schools. Eric Gross, your host, along with Superintendent of Schools Anthony DiCarlo. And Anthony, good seeing you.
Same here, Eric. How are you?
Good. Columbus Day is getting close.
Columbus Day is getting close. The weather has been absolutely beautiful for the last 2 weeks.
My God,
it's been
beautiful.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it's been a great time. School is, really everybody's acclimated themselves to the Mahopac Central School District this year. I just went around and spoke with all of the grade levels 6 to 12. We have great kids with great faculty, great leadership, and like I mentioned to you, I think it's going to be one of our best years yet.
I mentioned Columbus Day because this gentleman right here is the Grand Marshal of the Columbus Day Parade right here in Mahopac, New York. Must be quite an honor.
Yeah, it was. This past Sunday was the dinner dance at the Villa Barone, and then October 6th at 2:30 is the parade, and we go down to the festival. It's a great honor. I'm humbled by it. Listen, I love giving back to my community. I did that, in local, town, the county, and now my greatest is being able to give back to the, my home district that I love and the kids in the community, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
That's the most important part.
It is. I'm enjoying every minute of it. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I
And
appreciate
we'll be there,
it.
of course, that day, and Anthony's going to lead the band, we understand.
Yeah, so I'm excited about it. A lot of effort goes into marching. Our band is going to be there, our cheerleaders are going to be there, our Italian club, and I thank all those who are involved, especially the kids here from the high school who, it's their weekends. And, that's just who we are, and that's about the Mahopac way. So I thank all of those groups who are going to be marching.
And Anthony's ordered good weather, continued good weather as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, very much so.
Okay, wonderful. We made the rounds a little bit today and talked to the principal of the Mahopac High School. We chatted with a young man who's a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist. We also went to the Fulmer Road School, talked to a young lady. Wait till you meet this gal. She is amazing, a young musician. But before we do that, you want to say congratulations, happy retirement to a friend of the Mahopac School District, Anita Feldman.
Yeah, Anita is an icon in leadership and education, both here at the Mahopac Central School District for many, many years, and then after leaving here, she went on to Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES. Just her dedication and service to her communities, not only to Mahopac, but to the whole Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES community, and her insight into education and her spirit is just unbelievable. And I know she was honored recently by Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES, and so well deserved. Just an icon. Anita's a listener. She's a problem solver. She was always ready to roll her hands up and try to always do things in what was best for kids. And that's who Anita was all about.
38 years?
Yeah, God bless. That's just, it's got to be probably one of the most, if not senior, ever, I think, in this area. And to her,
probably
I
in the
wish
state.
her, I wish her really all the best.
Yeah, Anita, be well, be well.
And thank you.
Putnam's heroes are going to be honored Friday night, coming up.
Yeah, Friday, October 4th, and it's here we go again. And I've always talked about this since I got here, the Mahopac way, and our athletic department, but the entire high school is reaching out to our community and our heroes, active military, veterans, volunteers who make this community such a special place. We're going to be honoring them on Friday night with a little reception before the game, and then a ceremony at 6:30 out on the stadium field. And also that night we're going to be retiring the number of Mr. Kozlowski, who tragically died this spring on the terrible rig accident. And we're going to retire his number 62. So it's going to be a really special night. I encourage you to come out and honor all those heroes who make this community such a special place. Again, that's Friday night, October 4th. The ceremony begins at 6:30. Those of you who are out there who see this and are one of our heroes, volunteers, active military, or veterans, please notify the athletic office so we can just account for you and make it such a special night. So thank you, Eric, for bringing that up.
628-3415.
Correct.
Okay. Matt Lawrence, the principal of Mahopac High, really comes on the show, but we said we're going to make sure he's on the show a lot this year.
Yeah, and rightly so. Dr. Lawrence, is in his third year here at Mahopac High School. And the work that he and his team have done in really stabilizing our programs academically, talking about resilience, social and emotional readiness. You can see it, with the kids, you see it with the staff. One of the things that I think is important to this community is stability. We really need stability over the long run, because I think the things that we are starting to do in this district, from an academic, social, emotional point of view, from our bond. You know, we're going to be taking Mahopac to new heights over the next 3 to 5 years, and I'm so glad that Dr. Lawrence is a part of the helm at the high school.
And there's some exciting new programs at the high school as well, which Dr. Lawrence is going to talk about.
Yeah, and listen, you know, I think part of the work that we did, and I think I mentioned this to you, Eric, when I first proposed going to the 9-period day, there was a lot of angst and anxiety, but we've come to understand the importance of it from an academic point of view. There are more choices for kids. We're able to do a lot work with our staff because they get some additional time to do professional learning. So it's been very, very successful, and I know Dr. Lawrence and his team will talk to you about the great things that are going on.
Okay, Dr. Lawrence, welcome to the program. You know, people always tell us the only time you see Matt Lawrence on the cable is at graduation. Well, this year we decided to change things around. He's going to be on the show more times than just graduation. Welcome, sir.
Thank you,
Good
Eric.
to see you.
I appreciate it. Good
We're
to
here
see you
at
too.
Mahopac High, and some exciting new programs are taking place, I understand, this year.
Absolutely, yep. So we were fortunate enough to add 2 new programs for our students this year. One is a mandatory course for all freshmen, one of a kind in our region. We're the only school offering it, which is really exciting. And it's based around the social emotional learning research. We use a program called School Connects to kind of bolster the curriculum. We have 16 different teachers who were instrumental in curriculum writing. They meet weekly with one of our assistant principals to review the curriculum. And the program's gone with a bang. The students are really taking to it. We just did some data gathering for the first 3 weeks with our kids. The range of responses is awesome. But overall, the students feel that it's a place where they can finally kind of let their guard down. They can learn some soft skills in terms of working with each other, becoming good listeners, good communicators, and not have to worry about tons of homework every single night. So, so far so good, and it's really accomplishing what we're hoping for.
You said these are freshmen.
All freshmen.
So there's a great future here.
Absolutely, right? So part of what we're trying to build here surrounding our core values are individuals who are resilient, who are problem solvers, who are compassionate, and who are risk takers, right? So those are the 4 core values that we're beating that drum constantly with this course, right? So we're hoping to build a cohort of students who model these core values all 4 years and beyond, right? Because that's the most important thing.
Second program, tell our viewers about that.
Our second program is a program called Project Lead the Way. It's the premier engineering program in the nation. It's actually it can be a K-12 program. Obviously, just with the high school, we're doing it's a 9-12 program. We rolled out the first course. It's called Intro to Engineering Design. No prerequisites needed. The teachers over the summer had to go to Rochester Institute of Technology, a very, very rigorous training and certification process, where they have been certified by PLTW to teach the course. And upon successful completion of the course and passing the PLTW exam, the students are eligible for 3 credits from RIT in engineering. Next year, we plan on rolling out another course, and over the 4-year plan is to have 4 engineering courses that yield 3 credits each in engineering to RIT.
You know, you think about that, that's a semester.
Correct.
That saves families a lot of money.
And that's just in engineering, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we offer numerous courses at the high school where students are able to get college credit, you know. So it's just another avenue where we're focusing on our strategic vision for the district and giving more students an opportunity to earn college credit.
I remember years ago, there was a young lady who finished her entire freshman year while here at Mahopac
Yeah,
High.
absolutely. So, I mean, and we have the goods to do it. I heard stories that we had a student who transferred into their 3rd year.
Wow.
Right, if you're lucky enough to get all those credits,
Yeah.
right? So, the college credit is nice. It's a nice plus, right? 'Cause
Sure.
it saves moms and dads some money, and I have kids in
course.
college, so I get it. But for me, one of the most important aspects of it is that it teaches students the discipline and the rigor to succeed at that level, and they're getting it in 9th grade, right? Which
Awesome.
not only sets them up for college, but it sets them up as they begin their high school journey, right? So they're getting met 9th grade year with a highly rigorous program. which is tremendous.
Exciting beginning of the year, the school year. Athletic team's going gung-ho.
Always does, yep. It's a great time of year, the fall, and we not only get everybody back together, but then we get all of our sports and our extracurricular activities.
Homecoming's coming up in another week
And
also.
another week, we have 3 straight home football games, which is always fun. It's a big event here at the high school. It's a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And you'll be back before graduation. We promise you.
I'll hold you to it.
Matt, thanks so
All
much. We'll be right back. On our last show, we talked about that young man who was a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist. Another great honor.
Yeah, Vincent Vitanza, and what a great young man. I mean, so that's a tribute to the education that goes on in the Mahopac Central School District. You know, one of the things as being a principal for many years, you know, the accolades always go to those graduating classes, whether it's 5th grade moving up, whether it's 8th grade moving up, or whether it's seniors. But, and you know this as an educator, it's that K-12
That's
continuum.
right.
Everybody along the way has been a part of that honor. So I congratulate, of course, Vincent and his family for their dedication and the support for all these years. But most importantly to the Mahopac Central School District staff, who were so vital in getting him to reach this great honor. And it's a wonderful honor for our district. And to Vincent, you know, it speaks highly of his character, you know, his academic prowess, but then what we do here at Mahopac High School and through the district. And also, we just found out, and we'll be sharing this next month, we have 4 commended students, which is another honor with regards to the, you know, merit and scholarship, which we'll be talking about. So there are incredible things that are going on here at Mahopac. As you know, we're going to be celebrating, actually October 4th also, the unveiling of banners throughout the high school for our School of Excellence, for our student athletes that we talked about last year. So here you have a district that really is demonstrating its academic talents. In today's show, you talked about, you know, our talents in regards to music. Mahopac High School is one of the, I think, most predominant comprehensive high schools that's out there. And these are the things, listen, it's all the data, it's all the proof.
Sure.
It's showing you the work that goes on day to day and how we as a school district have great kids, have great programs. We continue to mold those programs. We want to make them even better. But it's a tribute to what goes on here each and every day.
Vincent, congratulations.
Very much so.
On our last show, Anthony and I talked about a young man named Vincent Vitanza, who was a semi-finalist in the National Merit Scholarship Competition. Here he is in the flesh. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What a wonderful honor. What does that mean to you?
Mostly means that all the time that I've spent doing all my schoolwork, the studying, the hours spent late doing all the labs for science and everything like that comes to mean something, and it's really an honor. It's really a super interesting experience.
You know, when you think that millions of young ladies and gentlemen who took the exams last year and to be a semi-finalist, what happens now?
So right now I'm in the process of filling out an online application, and that's going to narrow down to the group of finalists. And then from there, more questions, more essays. I'm not sure at what point it reaches any in-person contact with them, but hopefully if I'm lucky enough to make it to finalist, I'll get to find out then. And then from there, hopefully a scholarship would be awesome.
Now, what are your plans for next year?
Plans for next year as of right now are a little undecided. I'm between 2 majors of environmental engineering and secondary science education, most likely focusing on the environment. And planning on, for engineering, going to either RPI, Upstate, or Stevens. And if I go for education, I'm looking at either Fordham University or Pace for right now. That's I'd like to stay closer to home if I can.
Now, you're wearing a Mahopac Indians tennis jacket.
Yes, I am, yes.
What other activities are you involved with here at the high school?
So besides tennis, I've been involved in the music program for what feels like forever now. I've been playing cello since 3rd grade, and honestly I love it. I like to think I'm okay at this point, and it's been a bunch of clubs with that, and recently I've started playing saxophone for the band, which has been it's a really different experience, even though they're both music. Outside of music, I've been involved in a couple of clubs, most recently the Science National Honor Society. I was elected secretary last year, and I've been looking forward to a lot of projects with that. I'm also in an outside team for robotics, and we're trying to bring that into the high school, which would be, if I could leave that as a legacy, that'd be fantastic.
What amazes me so much is that young ladies and gentlemen, like our friend Vincent over here, they're involved with so much, yet they're a national merit semifinalist. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
We wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, you talk about music and you talk about honors at the high school, but as you and I have said many times, it starts at the elementary grade. We have a young lady at Fulmer Road who is the most amazing 9-year-old I've met in a long, long time.
You know-
Sarah Kaler.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, if I happen to be an AGT fan, so I watch America's Got Talent. And if you watched it this season, it was all about young kids. And the talent that is there now at such an early level. And to see this young lady and her prowess being able to play the piano and just the talent that she has in her abilities at that age is just absolutely incredible. And as we mentioned last year, we had students last year who graduated here who went to some of the best music colleges in the country. And this is where it begins, and it's just a tribute again, I think, to the work and the foundation that goes on in our elementary schools. We're looking at a prodigy as she comes through our system, so it's unbelievable.
We talked to Sarah and her music teacher, Steve Wands. Let's go back and check it out. Sarah Kaler is a special fifth grader. Sarah, 9 years old, is a winner. She'll be performing in the NYSMA, the New York State Music Association Conference, coming up in December. Steve Wands is with us here, the music teacher at the Fulmer Road School. And Steve, tell us about this accomplishment this young lady has achieved.
Well, Sarah entered a composition into the New York State School Music Association's Call for Compositions. And over 100 students all around the state entered in it, and she was one of 11 that were chosen as a winner. She wrote a piece for piano, and she's having the opportunity to go up and perform it at the State Music Conference. It's a great honor.
A first for Mahopac, huh?
Absolutely, a first for Mahopac since I've been here.
And the interesting thing, too, Steve was telling us, Sarah is one of only 2 elementary students to have been selected, which is really amazing.
It really is. I believe that 6 out of the 11 were high school students, 2 of them were middle school students, and she was only one of 2 elementary students.
So how's the star doing? What does this mean to you?
Well, it's a very special opportunity for me, and I'm proud of myself.
When did you start playing the piano?
About maybe 1.5 or 2 years ago.
And what about the composing of music? Is that something new also?
Well, last year I composed the Butterfly Garden, and that was my first piece.
Fifth grader, 9 years old, a composer. Wow, that must make you feel so, so special.
It does.
Mom and Dad happy too?
Yes.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have an older brother. He is 19 and he's in college at Colorado.
Any musical background in your family? Do mom and dad musicians? Do they play music?
Yes, my mom is a conductor. My dad plays French horn. My brother plays trombone, and I play piano, violin, and trombone.
Steve, I guess you can say it's in the genes.
Absolutely, it's in the genes. She's a wonderful person and a wonderful musician.
A wonderful family.
Absolutely.
Well, we wish you the very, very best of luck and congratulations.
Thank you.
Sarah Kaler, one of New York State's youngest composers, with a bright future ahead. Anthony and I will be right back. But she's so amazing, that young lady.
Oh,
Sarah.
unbelievable. The talent is just unbelievable. And her dedication, again, her parents and her home life and talking about the importance of music. And, if you look at all the data, kids who are actively involved in music usually do very, very well in math and other courses.
Yeah.
So we're going to hear great things about her through the years.
Once again, Sarah, congratulations, honey. A great, great job. Coming up on the 6th is also an event called Household Hazardous Waste Cleanup Day. Bring all your stuff from home, herbicides, pesticides, bring it over to Fonsec State Park, get rid of it. Important.
Yeah, it's very important. And every year, as we go through, spring cleaning, fall cleaning, we start to empty out our shelves, our drawers and the like, and then realize that some of the stuff can be very, very harmful to our environment. So this gives us an opportunity to get rid of all those things in a very important manner and a safe manner. So please take advantage of it.
Just call the health department at 808-1390-1390. That's another show for this week. I know you want to wish our Jewish friends
a great happy
holidays.
Rosh Hashanah. And again, it's going to be beautiful weather. This weather just continues to be beautiful. Enjoy peace and health in the new year. And Eric, thank you for all you do.
Well, thank you so much,
My
sir. Be
pleasure.
well.
Thank you.
Superintendent of Schools Anthony DiCarlo. I'm Eric Grossi. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Spotlight on Mahopac Schools. Anthony and I will be back in a couple of weeks with another update. Columbus Day Parade, get out there and wave, and come to Heroes Night, Friday, October 4th. You'll have a blast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
For more information, please visit our website, www.mahopac.k12.ny.us.